Hello students, welcome to my channel, Your Weekend Tutor. So we are continuously doing as day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and now we have reached to day 5. So today we are going to learn 5 more questions. So now I have come up with class 10 and next we'll go with class 11, 12, NEET, mains and advanced. Right. So now I have come up with day 5. Okay, the first chapter which we are going to learn, and n number of questions we will be covering from this chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. Okay, now I guess you are very crazy to look into this, and what are the 5 questions. We will start learning this. Okay, the first question is, which of the following is not a, what is mentioned, not a characteristic of chemical reaction? What is it? Not a characteristic of chemical reaction. So what are the characteristics? First we need to learn what are the characteristics of chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, the characteristics are, there will be change in color, temperature, and there will be change in what concentration, or we can say pressure, like etc. Okay, and chemical reaction where is something where you form a new substance. What you form? Where you form a new substance. By seeing this you might have known the answer. So change in color is a characteristic, so this is a wrong answer. This is also wrong, this is also wrong. So there will be change in mass. No, for suppose in the reactant side you have used oxygen, the same mass, oxygen is having the atomic mass 16. When it comes to the product side also, the oxygen's mass will be 16. There won't be no change. Got it? Okay, next question. In a balanced chemical equation, the coefficients represent. Okay, what does the coefficient represents? That means, for suppose NaOH plus HCl gives rise to NaCl plus H2O. So as this is a balanced equation itself, so to balance it we will be writing some coefficient numbers before the compound, right? Before the compound. So what does it represents? Like the physical states of the reactants and products. Will it be explaining us the physical states? No, the number of atoms or molecules involved. That means by this coefficient, for suppose if you put 2, that means it says 2 atoms are there. Okay, 2 molecules of NaOH is present. So balanced chemical equations will be describing the coefficient represents the number of atoms or molecules involved. So this is the right answer. Next, what is the product of the reaction between sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid? As just now I have discussed, NaOH plus HCl gives rise to NaCl plus H2O. NaCl plus H2O. That means here it will be splitted as Na plus and OH minus, and here it will be splitted as H plus and Cl minus. This H plus and Cl minus will be formed as NaCl, and H plus and OH minus will be forming H2O. So what is the correct answer? First one is the correct answer, right? Next, which of the following statement is true regarding the exothermic reactions? So we have another terminology, exothermic and endothermic. Exothermic reaction, what is exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction is something where heat is released during the reaction. What is it? Heat is released. And what is endothermic reaction? Where heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. Okay, so by seeing the options you can easily recognize the answer is second one, right? So last question, when a metal reacts with oxygen, the product is generally, for suppose, think we have taken Na. sodium. This is a metal. So what is asked? Metal reacting with oxygen. So whenever metal is reacting with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. What it forms? Metal oxide. So it will be forming Na2O. Okay, so as I just took an example of sodium, so here whenever, you can remember, whenever a metal is reacting with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. Okay, got it? So what is the correct answer? Oxide. So I hope here in this we have just gone through in the basic level of the chemical reactions and equations. We have just starting with few basic questions. So in this we have covered some chemical properties, some physical properties, and what are endothermic, what are exothermic. Okay, so how, by like, what is a balanced equation? When you combine two compounds, what you will be forming? Okay, so like this we will be discussing the questions first. We will be finishing the first chapter, and then so on we will be going with the other chapters. Okay, I hope this will be very useful for you. Okay, please do share it. Okay, and we are coming up with new sessions, new things to make you the subject very easy, and we are been coming up with the free sessions as well. Stay tuned. Okay, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay,